Business owners have a lot on their plate. From sales to marketing to accounting, you're expected to do it all. A good website can make or break the success of your business. One of the most overwhelming decisions I often hear in consultations with clients is which website builder to use. Should you go with WordPress, Webflow, Squarespace, or should you hire a developer to build you one custom? Let's go through the most popular website builders step by step. At the end, I'll tell you the one I almost always recommend to clients and why. Let's start with the basics. What is a website builder? A website builder is a tool that allows you to build a website without any coding experience. There are a ton of benefits to using a website builder. They're easy to use. They have drag and drop functionality that makes it super easy to build a beautiful website with just clicks. They also have a ton of templates you can use, most of which are free. You can set global styles for buttons, fonts, and layouts across the entire site. And best of all, you don't have to go back to a developer every time you want to make a change. Three of the most common website builders today are WordPress, Webflow, and Squarespace. For this video, I'm not going to talk about Shopify, which is an e-commerce website builder, but if you do want me to talk about that, let me know and I'd be happy to make a video on it. All right, let's start with WordPress. WordPress is globally the most used and most popular website builder today. It's been around since 2003, and it got its start in blogging. WordPress is an open source content management system, or CMS, that allows you to create a lot of different visual styles based on different templates. First, let's go through the pros. It's super low cost, so your plans with WordPress start at just $4 a month. It's also really easy to add new content, and it's best for bloggers, so it's really easy if you have a lot of static pages with similar content. Of course, there are some downsides to using WordPress. First up, it's quite difficult to customize different parts of your website outside of blogging, and you might have to involve a developer for that. Second, most of the SEO and social tools that you want to add, think social share buttons or newsletter signups, you'll have to add with plugins, some of which are free, but they can be paid, and that can add up quickly. Lastly, plugins are open source, meaning you can't always validate who the developer is, which can be risky. In terms of cost, WordPress ranges from $4 to $45 a month, depending on which plan and what additional plugins you choose. All right, next up, let's talk about Webflow. Webflow is a no-code visual website builder that allows you to create complex, visually striking websites. On the plus side, Webflow has a ton of customization options. If you choose Webflow, you have complete control over design and customization. It also has a guaranteed uptime of 99.9%, which is higher than any of the other website builders we're going to talk about today. It has a user-friendly CMS, so if you have other editors you're working with, it's really easy for them to add additional content. Lastly, there is extra support through tools like Webflow University and their community forums, as well as email customer support. The biggest limitations I see with Webflow is that it's more complex to navigate than other content management systems. The interface is more like a design tool like Figma or Adobe Illustrator, so if you don't have experience with those tools, there is a bit of a learning curve involved with Webflow. Finally, let's talk about the cost. Webflow ranges from $12 to $36 a month for the business plans. Lastly, let's talk about Squarespace, an all-in-one website builder that allows you to create professional, beautiful websites. It's known for its quality templates and easy-to-use features. On the plus side, Squarespace has a lot of really great templates, both free and paid options available. The paid options are just a one-time cost, so if you want something a little bit more custom, you only have to pay for it once. It also has mobile-friendly designs and easy-to-implement SEO. Squarespace offers live chat support with instant responses, and they have a variety of e-commerce features as well as really generous page limits. Of course, Squarespace is not without its cons. The biggest one I notice is that Squarespace can actually have really slow page load times, which is a ranking factor in Google. So if you're not paying attention to it, they won't actually warn you about this. There are also some limitations to where you can add things on a page, so you don't quite have the complete customization and control that you would with Webflow. Lastly, the editor can be a bit tedious, requiring a lot of clicks for simple tasks. In terms of cost, Squarespace falls around the same place as Squarespace and WordPress. Plans start at $12 a month for a personal plan, up to $40 a month for an advanced e-commerce plan. So we just looked at three of the most popular website builders today: Webflow, Squarespace, and WordPress. Now I'll tell you which one I recommend for different needs and skills, and then the one I almost always recommend to clients. All right, Webflow. If you're comfortable with design programs, this can be a great option. Personally, Webflow is my favorite website builder because of the complete customization control you have. That said, I actually don't often recommend it to clients because it is a little bit more complicated to learn. If I'm being honest, I almost never recommend WordPress. Why? It's about those open source plugins that I mentioned. Because you can't verify the developer, sometimes you could accidentally introduce malware or viruses onto your website. I have seen clients do this by accident and absolutely devastate their SEO. It can cause their page load times can get really slow. They start ranking for keywords that they don't want to rank for. And in the worst case scenarios, it causes their website to crash and they actually have to build the whole thing again. So that leaves just one website builder, Squarespace, which is my #1 pick for clients. Honestly, it is the easiest to use for non-technical folks. It also has decent SEO without you having to do a lot of extra work. Because all of the functions you need are in the Squarespace library, you don't need to use open source plugins like with WordPress, and you're not at risk of introducing viruses or malware. Now, I did mention that page load times can be slow, which is a problem because it's a ranking factor on Google. So I'm going to talk about that in my next video when I cover my comprehensive SEO checklist for Squarespace. If you like this video, let me know in the comments.